Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Today I am going to talk about Lokmanya Tilak and how he got motivation from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is combined lecture on ideology of Lokmanya Tilak and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, how he implemented the verses, each and every verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in his ideology and also in his action. So let's get into. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Bhakti Vedanta Srila Mahaprabhu from ISKCON temple. And I would have to say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is neither religious book nor spiritual book, but in true sense, it's pure book of the science and humanity. I'm trying to propagate humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempt to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's get into the ideology of Lokmanya Tilak and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lokmanya Tilak was the very first person to forcefully ask for the complete independence from the Britain in the Congress session, Congress Adhiveshan. And he was the first person. Lokmanya Tilak was the first person who asked to get a total independent, not dominant status, non-dominant state. We want total independent. And even Lord Krishna stated, I have given equal liberty to each and every individual soul. So we don't have to impose our thoughts on anybody's. We don't have to impose our thoughts on anybody. So each and every individual would have a equal liberty, equal opportunity, and equal opportunity to make a decision. So here means Lokmanya Tilak, Lal Bal Pal, trios. Actually, in the trios, one of the trios, Lokmanya Tilak asked to get a total independent, complete independent from British, and how he could keep his spirit up at that time. Freedom struggle can be clearly seen from these views. He explained the most practical teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Actually, Lokmanya Tilak inspired. Lokmanya Tilak inspired from Karma Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phal heturabhu mate sangoshva karmani. He clearly stated karmani avadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phal heturabhu mate sangoshva karmani. Lokmanya Tilak, he explained about most practical knowledge and teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that was Karma Yoga, and one for which it is of abiding interest and value to the man of the world with whom the life is series of struggle. We all have to pass from the struggle. Without passing from the struggle, we are unable to achieve anything. We are unable to accomplish anything. So we all have to pass from the struggle, and is not to give way any morbid sentimentality when duty demand sternness and also boldness to face terrible things. It is my firm to conviction that it is of utmost importance that every man, woman, and child of India understand the message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Understand the message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And he brought a discourse on the Gita called Gita Rahasya. Actually, he wrote a book that is known as a Gita Rahasya, and which even today one of the best book written on Gita. It is equally appreciated not only by religious people but also political and social worker. And actually, he believed in Karma Yoga, he believed in Sankhya Yoga, and he believed in Bhakti Yoga and also Gyan Yoga. And clearly stated, if you are in spiritual life, in spiritual knowledge, if you are self-conscious, if you are self-realized, then you will surely put yourself in a national movement, in a national struggle. So you have to put yourself selfless. Selflessness is required without keeping any expectation, without having any desire in the national movement, in the national boycott, in the national freedom struggle. And he strongly believed in Niskam Karma Yoga. There are two kinds of karma. He clearly mentioned in Gita Rahasya. First one is Sakam Karma and another one is Niskam Karma. He believed in Niskam Karma. Perform your prescribed duty without keeping any expectation. And also he recited one of the best verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That was verse number 8, chapter number 3, Karma Yoga. He clearly stated, नियतम कुरु कर्म त्वाम कर्म ज्याया ही अकर्मणः शरीर शरीर यत्र जाते न परिसद्धते न तु अकर्मणः. He clearly stated, perform your prescribed duty. Working is better than not working, and no one can manage or maintain his or her physical body without performing his duty. So this is what he clearly mentioned in Gita Rahasya. And also he mentioned about Sankhya Yoga, about the relation between the body and soul, and how to identify ourselves, not a body but a soul, how to identify our soul, and how to perform a prescribed duty, and what ought to do and what ought not to do, how to understand, and what are the mystery of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Everything he written in the book Gita Rahasya, the mystery of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is what he believed, this is what he stated. And Annie Besant, Sri Rajgopalachari, K. Munshi, Kanayalal Munshi, Sri Prakasa were not only luminaries of Indian freedom struggle but are also respected and hold prominence as Gita scholar. Srimad Bhagavad Gita scholar Annie Besant, actually she was a Christian, but even then she was a follower of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Annie Besant, she actually scholar of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. She had written Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Even Kanayalal Munshi, the one of the best Gujarati literature's prominent person, Gujarati literatures. He worked in Gujarati literature and he was a member of drafting committee, constitutional drafting committee, Kanayalal Maneklal Munshi, and he actually was a scholar of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Sri Prakasa also scholar of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And how can we forget Acharya Vinoba Bhave was closely associated with Mahatma Gandhi, especially in his ashram's activities, along with giving a scholarly support to Gita commentary. Post-independent, he started a Bhudan movement to solve the land distribution problem, and which was largely newly applications of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bhudan movement, listen it very carefully. Bhudan movement, land distribution program started by Vinoba Bhave, Acharya Vinoba Bhave, actually truly inspired from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bhudan movement started in Maharashtra, and this particular movement was new application of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So how these all people follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita, whether directly or indirectly, whether knowingly or unknowingly. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita was playing a vital role in Indian freedom struggle, and each and every aspect of our life, Srimad Bhagavad Gita playing a vital role. So we all have to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we all have to follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the best way to motivate anybody, even motivate ourselves. Whenever we are in trouble, whenever we got a disappointment, we have to open Srimad Bhagavad Gita randomly and start to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuktanam dharmasya tadat manav srujamyah परितरणाय साधुना विनाशाय च दुष्कृतता धर्म संस्थापना अर्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Even Lord Krishna stated, Janma cha karma cha divyam, my birth and my all the deeds karma, these all are transcendental. The person who understands the mystery behind my birth and my karma, that person will surely reach to me. That person will surely get a supreme abode of mind. This is what Lord Krishna stated. It's something like Sarva Dharmana Parityajante Mame Ekam Sarnam Vajraha. Krishna stated, Vasudev Yadav from Gokul Mathura Vrindavan. Krishna Madhusudan Mukunda Murari stated, Sarva Dharmana Parityajante Mame Ekam Sarnam Vajraha. Aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha shami masulah. Here, Vasudev, Krishna stated, verse number 66, chapter number 18. Here, Krishna stated, Sarva dharman parityajanте. Here, Krishna said, abandon all the religious practices. Abandon all the religious practices and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you salvation and make you free from your all kind of sinful activities. It's something like Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Parthadanurdhara Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. This is stated by Sanjay, the last verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Parthadanurdhara Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Whenever the person who is following the supreme instruction of Lord Krishna which are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and the person who is listening the story, the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, that person will surely obtain the supreme affluence, the victory, the good character, moral values. This is a damn sure. This is my guarantee. This is stated by Sanjay. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Parthadanurdhara Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So this is how our freedom fighters were following Srimad Bhagavad Gita in order to fight against British Emperor. And they got a motivation from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. They actually got a character because of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Now these all people are renowned. These all people are very well known. Even after 70 years of our independence, we still remembering our freedom fighters because of their supreme sacrifice. And this is only because of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Quran Sharif, Bible, the Guru Granth Sahib, which motivate to all of us to perform our prescribed duty without keeping any expectation. Selflessly, we have to perform our prescribed duty, work for the society, work for India, work for the nation. So I hope you all can understand. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Jai Hind, Jai Ma Bharati.